Thanks for coming today. Before we get started, everybody know why we're here?
Yes.
Feel sure? Good. Let me tell you why I think you're here. Because I know, I can just tell by looking at you, you got a smart group of individuals, and you're going to show me some wonderful services and tell me that you can do all these great things, and you know what? I believe that you can. But here's what I want to hear, and this is what I want to know, is that I can trust you more than any other firm that comes in here. I need people around me who I can trust and support me and partner with me. That's what I want to hear from you, and that's what I want to feel by the time you walk out of here. Fair? Very great. I'm going to be quiet and let you proceed.
All right, well, first of all, thank you for taking this time to meet with us. We know you're probably under a hectic schedule, so we do appreciate it a lot. And we figured we'd start off by introducing ourselves to you, so you get a better understanding of who we are and what we bring to the table.
All right.
So I'm David Dole. I am an audit partner.
Okay.
And more importantly, I'll be the lead partner for this engagement. So if there's any questions that you ever have, you can come to me. I'll be your point of contact for that.
Good.
All right.
I'll give you your home number.
I'll give you whatever number you need.
Right.
More specifically, I've been with Deloitte for 23 years, the past 11 as a partner in the technology, media, and telecommunications industry. And with me today is a group of Deloitte professionals who share valuable knowledge and experience in your industry. And Mingzhao, since you have been a big resource to us all in global clients, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, sure. Hey, my name is Mingzhao. I'm an IFRS expert at Seattle office. I've been with Deloitte for 12 years.
Okay.
I did my rotation in Hong Kong and Mumbai, and I can address IFRS issues as your firm grow.
Okay, great.
We also have Chelsea here. She's here to address any global IT concerns.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Chelsea France, and I'm a global IT expert based out of our New York office. I've been with Deloitte for 21 years now, and I'm here to help Amigo identify and mitigate security risks that may arise as you continue to expand.
Yeah, we need to talk further.
Okay.
And we're actually very happy to have her with us. She actually got the opportunity to work with Andrew on one of their previous engagements.
Right?
Yep, Chelsea and I worked a few years back in San Jose, so we're glad to have her back on the team.
Good.
Andrew Powell, I'm the tax partner. I've been with Deloitte for the past 19 years. I've been a partner in the Seattle office for the past 4. Before that, like I said, I was in the San Jose office where I got involved with a few technology startup companies. And I actually served a 2-year rotation in Mumbai, India, so I have some international experience, which will help you as you continue to expand.
Okay, good.
And then last but certainly not least, we have Tom. Tom and I have actually had the chance to work with each other on a previous engagement.
Thanks, Dave. My name is Tom Sala. I'm a senior manager. I've been with the firm since 2007. I'm in the advisory practice, specifically in the growth enterprise services division. I bring practice and experience to the team. I was chief accountant for 5 years prior to joining Deloitte, and looking forward to showing you all the excellent services we can provide.
Fantastic. Good.
And before we get into more detail about the services we do provide, I'm glad you brought up that earlier point about building a strong sense of trust and relationship, because the reason this group is here before you today is because we've all worked with each other in the past, and we've all demonstrated to each other that high level of belief in building relationships. So that's something that I think is unique, that separates us from other firms, and it's consistent with all of Deloitte. So anyone you come across on this engagement team, they'll be showing that same commitment to you and to the team themselves. So that's something I'm glad you brought up.
Okay.
So the other part of why we're here today is to speak on some of the services and concerns that may be facing Amigo. And we feel the biggest concern in your industry is the standards when you cross internationally. And Mingzhao here can actually speak on that in more detail.
Thanks, David. I know your firm has operations in Hong Kong, Mumbai, and San Diego, and I believe the global expansion will require financial reporting according to IFRS. For example, intangible assets, which is a big portion of the assets on your balance sheet, which require different standards according to IFRS. Personally, last month I just completed a letter project to do the IFRS conversion, and I also give management some practical suggestions to improve the efficiency of their IFRS reporting. And I will help you use my international experience and my strong network with local professionals, and we expect the same success with you.
Are you able to keep up with all the changing rules and regulations and things that are going on internationally?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Definitely.
Good. All right.
And the second biggest concern we feel is global IT security, and we have Chelsea here to speak on that.
Good.
So we understand that you have expanded globally and that you have plans to launch Amigo 3D. And this growth in new technology brings about new risks, especially in the sense of cybersecurity and privacy. And we want to make sure that we gauge and address the impacts that this growth in new technology could have on Amigo. Last year, I completed a project on a large global technology client similar to Amigo, and my team was able to effectively detect vulnerabilities and threats in the IT system and communicate this to the client, thereby mitigating enterprise risk. And we want this same success for Amigo. And now our goal is to enable ongoing, secure, and reliable operations to your enterprise in order to increase management's continuous risk awareness. And this risk awareness is important because then it lets your management make more informed business decisions and therefore increase value.
You know, my attorneys now are talking to me about how I'm opening myself up for all this litigation because of the customer data that I'm collecting.
And that has been a factor for other social media companies in the past. And so we want to make sure that we do get on that leading edge and understand their awareness and have your management have that knowledge for the controls that they either need to implement or amp up to make sure that you won't have litigation and so you can keep a positive reputation and keep growing your user base.
Okay, good. Thanks, Chelsea.
And we also understand that you may have intentions of going public in the future. So we brought Tom here today to share some of his relevant experience in the area, whether you do choose to go public or not.
Okay.
His name, as he said, I'm the IPO expert. I have significant experience dealing with IPOs. My experience stems from when I was a chief accountant. When I brought my firm from private to public. So I can understand the difficulties and concerns and just the complications that arise with dealing with an IPO and all the things that happen with that. Since joining Deloitte in 2007, I've dealt primarily with firms of your size, private, making the transitional steps from private to public. And I've fortunately been able to work with David on LinkedIn was our last client. So I bring that most recent relevant experience to yourself. And I feel that with all those experiences, we could really help you to have a successful IPO, just like LinkedIn was.
So Tom, what do you see as the biggest mistake that most companies make when they do an IPO?
They don't take time. We have what we call an IPO readiness assessment, and it's really not taking the time to really look at all the market forces, to plan according to what it if people don't have the requisite experience, and an IPO can be overwhelming sometimes when you're expanding and just so much is happening to your firm, and they just sometimes don't take the time to really stop and say, are we ready for this as a firm? Are all our systems, our IT systems, our tax systems, everything, are they all ready to make this plunge? And then executing successfully. That's what a lot of people are struggling with.
The thing that's so frustrating to me, and Andrew, you may want to join in on this, is I just don't think either the government or whoever it is understands how to value a company like mine. You know, the valuation of it. And I hear a lot of times that we're overvalued, that we're undervalued, you know, and it's just, it can be scary from a tax standpoint. Because, you know, you may do some things to position me to lower my tax and then come back and say, no, you can't do that.
Yeah, there's definitely some international tax issues that we need to address, and especially going public with the valuation.
Yeah.
It's so difficult in your industry to value a company properly, like you said. There's so much intangibles that go in and things that could be a flaw and could not, but I think we'll analyze and evaluate your company properly. And I think from the tax perspective, we will decrease your effective tax rate as low as possible while maintaining international tax compliance and filing and state and federal.
I mean, without getting lost in the weeds here, how do you do that?
It's challenging, definitely is challenging, and we have a global network at Deloitte, and we feel we're the best in the industry at that. So it just goes with research and keeping up on the times and just hard work.
Okay. I like hard work.
Okay.
Good.
Me too.
All right, well, I hope that we've been able to demonstrate some of our, not just capabilities, but demonstrate the relationship that we have with one another. So we've all come across each other in the past, and we know that we hope to demonstrate to Amigo that feeling of building a relationship is very important to us.
So David, you got a strong group of people here, okay? No doubt. Can you guys be a one-stop shop for me? Do everything for me?
Well, we definitely can't address all the services that you want, and we can have.
That falls more in my responsibilities. Is we can offer a lot of services, we can't offer them all at the same time. As an auditor, independence is essential to maintaining audit integrity. We wouldn't want to advise you on something and then we go and audit that same work. And so for us to remain independent, we couldn't offer you every service. That just wouldn't be ethical.
So we would be able to offer you tax and audit services, but not advisory, or maybe some other combination.
And for those services that we can't provide,
Yeah.
we do have recommendations for specialists that we can offer.
Okay.
So whether it's you deciding to go public or not, if you're going public, then these are compliances that you will have to maintain. But even if you don't, we just feel it makes the most business sense for you going forward in the future.
Yeah, because I'm not even sure I want to go public. There's a lot of ways to get financing.
So at this time, we did want to open the floor to you if you had any further questions for us.
I've been doing a pretty good job asking them right along.
Yeah.
Well, is all this free?
No. It will be a service for our fees. With audit specifically, with the services that we provide you, it'll come out to be about 1.9 million. Which compared to competitors is favorable, and at the same time we stand behind the amount that we offer because we believe in our services very much.
So is that a hard number, or is it something you get once you get in there and you look at things?
Well, no, that's a pretty hard number because like we said, we stand behind everything that we do and we believe it's to that quality.
Okay.
And our tax services would be about $750,000.
Okay. All right. So you guys are a large firm. I'm somewhat of a small company. Am I going to be a little bit of a misfit, or?
Well, no, of course not. The reason we're out here today is because we all are dedicated to what you are doing, and we all have relevant experience in your industry, so we want to be able to show you how to continue to grow. So that's something I feel we can talk more at a later time. I know we're pressed for time right now.
As a matter of fact,